to be able to overcome their truly heinous viewpoints, like they have to be above and beyond attractive. Like we're talking like Gal Gadot or some shit. It's not happening in any other circumstance. Like you're insane. Like Lauren Boebert is like your average lot lizard, and you're over here being like, oh, she's so hot. It's like, bro, she's like an Oklahoma 4. Like, what are we talking about? I'm not saying it's impossible, but in order for someone to be able to overcome their horrifyingly bad point of view, they have to be like a once in a lifetime beauty, like unimaginable. Some of us are in Oklahoma, you coastal elitists. Yeah, well then you can confirm. Actually, she's not an Oklahoma 4, but like she's probably higher in Oklahoma. All right, let's continue with this dumb clip.
Check, Mr. Askins objects.
I think we don't want to see a complete dissent of our committee. And the verbatim quote of the gentlelady was, "I think your fake eyelashes are messing up your reading." That is what she said. I think your fake eyelash, and that's obviously engaging in personalities. It's an ad hominem attack. And I would just ask every member of this committee, in a fair-minded way, would you want to be talked to in that way about your personal appearance by another member of the committee? Because what we're doing is we're setting standards going forward.
Yeah, I mean, this is unironically the exact same thing, but this time like the misogyny edition, which, by the way, I'm leaning into, and I apologize to all the female watchers right now. I apologize to the women Hasanabi heads for the many instances of me being misogynistic today. But the reality of the matter is this is basically the misogyny edition or misogynoir, and the same exact like white supremacist overtones that you see in Congress when Tom Cotton will be like, that's right, this is why we must execute everyone who's pro-Palestinian. Those Arab dogs must go away. Or he can turn around and be like, what kind of Chinese are you, boy? To the fucking Singaporean TikTok CEO. And like, that doesn't require any censuring whatsoever. But Rashida Tlaib will say, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, an emancipatory slogan. And immediately they're like, shut the fuck up. That's it. Marjorie Taylor Greene, as a white woman on the Republican side of the fucking Congress, can turn around and be like, yeah, it's like your wig sucks. Your fucking eyelashes are long, or whatever the fuck, right? Well, actually, for her to shit on a black woman's hair would require her to like at least know a little bit more reading about black culture. And I think she's like way too racist to even know anything about that. That's why she just like immediately went for the eyelashes. But regardless, like she hits that line. It's obviously not appropriate at all. And yet they think it's okay. Every other day of the week, if anybody else from the other side actually reduce Marjorie Taylor Greene to her dog looks, which, by the way, I am doing because I am being a little bit misogynistic, okay? But like any other day, they would be like, well, that's not allowed, especially if it's coming from a brown woman, especially if it's coming from a black woman.
Just curious, just to better understand your ruling, if someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad-built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Ah! Oh my God. I'm going to run that again.
This committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad-built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's a part of it.
I'm trying to find clarification on what quality.
Chairman, motion to strike those words.
I had no idea what you just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just
you just voted to do it.
Y'all did it first, so you don't want to talk about it.
Voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Now all of a sudden it's like, oh, excuse me, we need decorum in this house right now. And by decorum, I mean you can be as white trash as you want to, but the moment a black woman speaks out of turn, all of a sudden we got some problems, okay? Can't believe you.
Look at, calm down.
No, because this is what y'all do. So I'm trying to get
Ms. Crockett, you're not recognized. Ms. Crockett.
I can't hear you with your yelling.
You don't want
calm
me
down.
No,
Can you please calm down?
Don't tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all talk noise, and then
You're
can't
out of
take
control.
Because if I
Look,
come,
Chairman,
if I
can
come
we
and
send
talk about her, y'all gonna have a problem.
Mr. Chairman.
Oh, every day that goes by, we get closer and closer to my dream of having people in Congress basically throw hands. Like, that's awesome.
Calm down.
And then
You're out of control.
Laura Boebert locking her car door spiritually.
Because if I
Look,
come,
Chairman,
if I
can
come
we
and
send
talk
a
about about
break
her,
for 5
y'all
minutes.
gonna have a problem.
Chairman, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, let's hear what Raskin said when she hit that bar. Hold on.
At a hominem attack, and I would just ask every member of this committee, in a fair-minded way, would you want to be talked to in that way about your personal appearance by another member of the committee? Because what we're doing is we're setting standards going forward.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad-built butch body, that would not,
Look at Raskin.
not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
He cracked a smile. It's all right, brother. You defeated cancer. Okay, you can laugh at that a little bit. All right, you got.
Chairman,
You're allowed.
I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's
Hold on.
a part of
I'm
it.
trying to find clarification on what qualifies.
Chairman, motion to strike.
Oh no, he's like, oh god, bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Oh god, it's great. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna sit here and say two wrongs don't make a right, you know, because it makes me feel good. I don't give a shit. It's awesome. Now, of course, obviously, the way this will be perceived by a lot of people will be, oh, an angry black person, and no one on the other side will take into consideration that, like, Marjorie Taylor Greene is literally the one who's, like, breaking decorum. What is this? While claiming Jewish heritage, Anna Paulina Luna forgot to mention her Nazi grandfather. Wait, what? Hey, yo, what? You covered this before? No, I did not. Did I? I don't remember this person at all. Bober shut up to not catch smoke during this, but still got caught thinking none of the cameras were on her. Oh yeah, I saw this. We were just looking at it. Yeah, well, because she's a fake Christian, by the way. Phony Christian, can't even do the cross right.
Strike
No
those
idea
words.
what you just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just.
You just
voted to do
Y'all did it first, so you don't want to talk about it.
voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look at calm.
Remember, this is coming after they said it was fine for Marjorie Taylor Greene to say that, like, her eyebrows, Ms. Crockett's eyebrows, are causing her to not read correctly or something.
Down. Calm down.
No, because this
I
is
would
what
like to
y'all
get
do.
through proceedings.
So I'm trying to
Hey,
get
Ms.
clarification.
Crockett, you're not
Y'all wanna
recognized.
play
Ms.
games?
I can't hear
Crockett.
you with your
And you
yelling.
don't want
Calm
me to
down.
Be,
Can
no,
you please calm down?
Don't tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Calm down. It's classic bullshit. You say some unhinged that has, like, racial undertones as well. That's, like, very undermining. You get protected by the institution while simultaneously saying that. And then when the other person obviously understandably gets, like, emotional about it, then you go, oh, why are you being so emotional? It's like literally the same exact principle behind how debate lords operate. Haha, you have been destroyed. It seems to me like you got quite emotional about my very obvious baiting. By the way, Jasmine Crockett's response, Congresswoman Texas 30, Jasmine Crockett's response to this was, so Marjorie Taylor Greene wanted to talk about my appearance in committee. It's against the rules to do. She refused to apologize. The chairman ruled that it was okay. And I asked for clarification about what qualifies in engaging in personalities, and basically wanted to know if I could talk about her appearance as, well, y'all know what she looks like, right? People in glass houses. This is what happens when mentally deficient people who can't read or follow rules or just don't give a damn somehow end up in Congress. Now, one thing to remember is that Jasmine Crockett is literally a attorney. Okay, before she was a representative, she was an attorney. Marjorie Titan Greene, on the other hand, is a failed daughter who is a real estate developer. Obviously, because she is black, she's a black woman, people will refuse to reckon with Marjorie Titan Greene's idiocy and will openly just call her ghetto. Oh, Congress got so ghetto, which is crazy to me. Bro, you are literally between her and Marjorie Titan Greene, who has gotten more than, like, third grade reading. Like, what are we talking about here? Immediately, it's like, oh, she's black, Marjorie is white, so obviously she's reduced to a lower class of human being for her behavior, for her getting emotional. When white people get emotional, and this, by the way, this dynamic exists amongst women and men as well. When women get emotional, they're hysterical. When men get emotional, they're oftentimes seen as, like, championing a cause, right? So that's something you always have to consider. And of course, that same dynamic exists between white women and black women. When a white woman gets emotional or says some obviously, depending on the circumstances, if she's going up against a black woman, she's not going to be seen as, like, ghetto in the same way that a black woman responding to that will be seen as aggressive, maybe even violent. So it's something to always remember. Men are assertive. Men are dominant. Men are alpha. When women get that way, they're hysterical. They're emotional. They're not able to control their emotions. This is something that I have talked about before, way back in the day. A lot of edgy, nihilistic, out of touch teenagers and people who are mentally and emotionally stunted and behave like teenagers despite the fact that they're like 45-year-old divorced IT specialists or whatever online will oftentimes engage in discourse. They love discourse in the way where they'll say something that is like obviously racist, right? Like the N-word or whatever. And then if a black person on the other side responds in kind and says things that are incisive, says things that are explosive, then nobody hyper focuses on the starting point of that conversation and everybody goes, look at how aggressive and violent this black man is. It happens all the time.
Why are these people even acceptable? This is, I mean, like, it's disgusting that this is how they're behaving. And why are they attacking each other personally? They have enough to attack each other on their views. They don't need to attack each other on their eyelashes and their hair. Here, what's depressing?
What do you mean attack each other on their views? Like what decorum, people? It's like, who violated the decorum? Who violated decorum first? In an obvious way to invoke emotional reactions out of the other person and then got defended by the institution. Who did that? Don't you think that that's important to acknowledge?
Pressing about this is that it's not that unusual for the House these days. I mean, whether it was Kevin McCarthy's many rounds to get elected Speaker, people getting in each other's faces, they almost started hitting each other during that. And so it's not just these three women. I've watched the men behave unbelievably, calling each other names. The House is in absolute chaos, and we have been electing a lot of clowns in this country, and we are getting a circus.
I'm sure that it's always been true that there are clowns in the House of Representatives.
There's clowns in the Senate too. It is wild that they're saying, you know, everybody's out here being clowns. This is once again civility politics in full display. You got a motherfucker who is like a bloodthirsty war criminal talking about civility on a panel, being like, yeah, there's so many clowns in Congress. It's like, I would rather have, and I don't even give a shit about Marjorie Taylor Greene, I would rather have every single congressperson use bad words, okay, get emotional in either direction, as a matter of fact, as long as they were all vociferously anti-Iraq war. I don't give a shit about the civility. I don't care at all. The reason why I don't like Donald Trump is not because he is uncivil. The reason why I don't like Donald Trump is because he's a racist piece of shit. He is a right-wing reactionary monster. For these liberals, the only thing they give a about is that, like, Donald Trump is so gross. I hate it. Oh, God. I like that Donald Trump is uncivil. That's why that's one aspect of him that I like. He's funny. I don't give a shit about the optics of it.
Also used to be a clear path where you put your head down, you did the work, you amassed some seniority, you built a staff, you built a reputation, you built partnerships, and you passed laws, which is what you were there to do. And
this is why I always say baboon in a suit when talking about like Western officials, because they wear a suit and tie, which obviously is supposed to showcase like some level of like elitism, some level of superiority. Like, look at us, we're so well put together, while they advocate for some of the most violent, uncivil actions of all time. David Fromm's existence is a perfect representation of that.
You know, one of the things that's been interesting about voters, we ask about Congress a lot. Yeah. And it's funny, they very much want results, but they do not want compromise. And voters in this country seem to have lost the plot that it requires compromise to get results, which is, I think, why you now see people reaching for sort of the strongman authoritarian types, because they have forgotten that actually
if a black woman started it, she would have the sole responsibility, but because a white woman started it, it's always them, they. Ugh, I hate this world. Yeah. No, for sure. If Jasmine Crockett was the first person to pop off on Marjorie Taylor Greene in that exact same category, in that exact same way, you know they would be like, oh, it's really, really unacceptable the way that she's behaving, so uppity, you know, something like that, just like racially loaded terminology. Because it's a black woman who responded, they're basically saying both sides. But like I said, I don't personally give a shit. Okay, I don't care. I don't care that they like pop off. I think it's great. Yeah, I mean, there was a woman who, I mean, there was this person who called it ghetto, like literally. I think I tabbed out of that. But before we get to Governor Greg Abbott, AOC had the smoke for John Fetterman as well. Fetter bitch. In the past, I've described the U.S. as the U.S. House as the Jerry Springer Show. Today, I'm apologizing to the Jerry Springer Show. House committee meeting devolves into chaos as Green and Ocasio-Cortez trade barbs. AOC responded with, I understand you likely would not have stood up for your colleague and seem to be confused about racism and misogyny being a both sides issue, but I stand up to bullies instead of becoming one. And to the women of Pennsylvania, I'd stand up for you too. Enjoy your Friday. A black woman was assaulted by a racist and AOC defended her, and you are pretending like it was just drama. Pathetic fence sitter from friend of the show, Michael from Pennsylvania. Oh, he's just like, I think John Fetterman is personally invested in just like making himself look as bad as possible. I don't know. He's just like doing Kirsten Cinema. Anyway, of course, mainstream media would understandably jump on this and talk about the aesthetics and the civility of it all because they're ghouls and that's all they care about. So, you know, typical bullshit.
Remember giving you my phone number. I don't remember talking to you on the phone, but do not fucking call me, please. I will definitely, I'm not interested in talking to you on the phone or answering a call from an unknown number, frankly. You're like 2 steps away from getting me on the phone. 2 great barriers are between us. She says, I'll try giving him a call later to see if this can be sorted instead of becoming online blood sports. Well, listen, that's kind of my business. We're in a bloody business. And y'all just defended animated CP, so let's giddy up. Hey, stop dialing. Keffels, put the phone down. Put the phone down. She literally has my phone number. Okay, that doesn't mean I know you. I don't know you.
So does our whole audience.
All right. Yeah, exactly. You think you're unique? No, you. I don't defend Vosh for clout. Or here, somebody said to her, notice anyone defending Vosh has a financial or clout incentive to do so. Harming children isn't a deal breaker for these people because more subs, attention, ultimately money are more important to them. I don't know if that's true. I can definitely understand why they're saying that. Keffel says, I don't defend Vosh for clout. I've lost both financial and networking opportunities for being his friend. I defend him because he's a good person who more often than not is unfairly maligned by people who should know better. So
this happens to him a lot?
You're right.
It does. A lot.
Kind of interesting.
Well, why are you defending him then? Because he's a good person who is more often than not right. So you're saying there's a chance he's wrong. More often, that just means 51%. You know? This is Lolly Hill. You got to think twice before stepping into the battlefield. I can't emphasize that enough. Keffel says, very cool. Now he's putting me on blast saying that I want to debate the ethics of child pornography. This is toxic, bad faith, drama mongering trash. For the record, she's talking about Hassan. I didn't see his clip. I didn't say that. Although, I don't think that what he said is like extremely far off. You know? I don't think it's that far off. You got to just come to peace with what you're doing. I don't know, man.
Be at peace.
That was very good, Zach. That was very good. Love that. I would say that Vosh very much does want to debate the ethics of child pornography. A lot of his fans would disagree and say, oh, it's out of context and stuff. But I have a hard time believing that in the full context of all the conversations he had, that's not part of what he's trying to do. So, sorry. This is all stuff that's happening because of stuff you've said and done. With all due respect, I never asked to debate Ethan or anyone on this topic. I never asked to debate you either. I don't even know you. I think it's pretty out of pocket for Ethan to say, who are these people writing for child pornography? I said, okay, hold on. I said, who the fuck are these people writing for pornographic drawings of a horse fucking a child? I was extremely specific. For the purpose of being accurate.
Yeah.
And not doing things in bad faith. So I don't know what the fuck you want. I mean, again, you guys are really wearing that word out. It's time to retire that shit. Let's see.
Yeah, that's where
So you can
retire better. When I'm not defending CP, Ethan knows who I am and called me a hero on his show. Girl, me calling you a hero for something you did years ago doesn't mean I know you. What are you talking about? I don't know you at all. What are you saying? I called you on a hero on my show years ago, therefore he can never criticize me ever without being a hypocrite? Shut up.
I'm not sure what.
Well, now she feels attacked because I was like, why are people doing this? And now so she's like, yo, you're attacking trans people. Sorry. Where did that come from? Mudahar's entered the ring. He says, seeing some of these links and the footage attached to them, even with context, is an extremely bad look. He continues, it's cut. Oh, no, here it is. Oh, shit. He says, I don't think H3 Productions is saying anything out of pocket. Some debates shouldn't be had, and some of the photos stored in that folder is downright vile. Thank you.
Thank you. That's all we're saying.
I mean, listen. You guys are definitely need to look in the mirror. And it's going to be like one of those, what was that show where he teleports into other people's skin? This is a joke not even worth pursuing, but I'm in too deep now.
I know
Quantum
exactly
leap.
I know exactly.
They're gonna look in the mirror and be I'm not talking about the meme. I'm not talking about the meme.
Okay.
I'll just say they're gonna quantum leap into another body and look in the mirror and they're a horse.
Nice.
And Vosh is
nice.
behind them.
Done.
Yeah, it wasn't that funny, but I wasn't gonna go there. There's a famous meme from that show with the R word, regarded. And it is, frankly, it's a time, it was, back then. But wow, that's an amazing clip. I mean, it really is tremendous.
Tremendous.
It's just truly a tremendous clip. Keffel says, who knew people would be so outraged about taxes? I guess she's trying to be funny. Tipster continues, you defended him against Hassan's community. I defended him. And so did Vosh. Is he talking to Keffel's? We were willing to see the nuance of his argument and defend him because it was the right thing to do. The least he can do is the same. I put my head in. I saw the nuance, and I didn't fucking agree with it, man. I don't know how hard it is for you to see that. I gave gave him a shot, you know? And I have a standing invite as we're live here. Tipsters, Keffel, or Vosh, you are welcome to call in anytime you want during the show. I invited Vosh. He rejected. He offered to come on.
Here.
I said yes. He rejected. Then he says, you can come on my show, which presumably because he wanted to make the money from it and get the clout from it. I said, what's the difference? And immediately accepted his invitation.
Yeah.
And then he rescinded his offer. So clearly this is not a conversation the great debate lord is interested in having. And this guy, he could talk his way out of
defending JP.
Frankly, he talked his way out of it for a long time. And that is impressive, frankly.
Yeah.
It's impressive. To do what he's done and people defend you, I mean, that's real shit.
What?
So, you know, this guy's the master debater. People, you've heard this term, debate pedophile. This gives new meaning to that, by the way.
Yeah, I've learned so many new terms.
Yeah, if you guys want to call in, just DM the podcast account.
Yeah, DM me or the podcast account on Instagram.
I guess follow them. Are our DMs open? You follow them with the Twitter account so that they can DM us if they want.
With the Twitter? You've got the Twitter.
And Instagram.
They should be able to DM us anyway.
Instagram?
Yeah,
give it DM us on Instagram either way.
Instagram
They
or
can DM us anywhere.
Feel free to call
without
in.
us following.
Feel free to call in. But Vosh is a smart guy. He knows that this is not a conversation that he wants to have. The reason for that, he's reacted to my debates before, to my one with Pearl, to my one with Ollie, to my one with XQC. And he has been very complimentary. He knows that we do research and prep. That's my #1 guiding principle when entering these conversations. It's preparation, it's research. And you go in there basically anticipating everything they're going to say. And he knows that he's got nothing to say. He has nothing to say.
Some of these girls looks pretty young. Okay.
Yeah. We'll get into that. He has nowhere to hide. And again, it's like, you're a great debater. If that's what you're so good at, come talk to me, talk to my audience, and explain to me what I'm missing. I mean, that should, if I'm lying, if I'm being bad faith, that should be very easy for you to do.
Right.
I gotta explain that shit.
But he has to like tie himself into like a logical pretzel to explain why advocating for child-adult sexual relationships, saying that it's good for the kids, is out of context. Call in, dude. Please, I'm begging you.
Okay.
You're the debate master, right? Come debate me.
Tacoma wept.
Tacoma's weeping because you're a coward, bro.
Guy said, why don't you both go on Phidias' show? Neutral.
Oh, I do it. I agree.
Phidias can moderate this.
That's it. He goes, I play the clip of him being like, I believe that children and adults can have a healthy sexual relationship. That's interesting.
That was a bit nasty. I apologize.
You know what, though? We've been talking recently. We got to get Phidias to call back in. We love Phidias, man.
Oh, yeah, he said he's down literally whenever.
He's the best. He's the best.
I want to fuck this bitch.
All right, maybe he's not the best moderator.
Margot Robbie.
Again, this continued insistence that because they apparently defended me against I don't even know what, that I owe them. Shut the fuck up, dude. You're like a child.
Is that really what you guys want around you, though? Like, that's like such a weird way to look at life and just your morals in general.
Well, listen, if you're friends with someone in real life and you have history and you have rapport, and if something comes up that's really, you know, concerning, you would talk to your friend, right? But these are not my friends. These are people online that I know.
Right.
And even saying I know them is kind of stretching it. It's like, you know, it's not, this is not what you think it is. Ethan, Keflis continues, Ethan, I know you are going to see this even if you won't respond. I defended you while you were having a meltdown over the stuff with Hassan. First of all, a meltdown, and fuck you, by the way. for saying it's a, you know what I mean? And also, I didn't ask you to defend me. Stop saying that. I don't care. You're a child. You are a infantile-brained moron if you think that that matters to me at all. Jesus Christ. You think that I'm that shallow, that I'm that pathetic, that I'm going to cover for animated CP because you said something nice about me? Shut up, dude. Bad faith. Jesus Christ. She's the queen of bad faith. She says, I defended you when you were having a meltdown. People gave me shit for it. Ooh, you stuck your neck out for me. Thanks. All I'm asking is for you to show some charitability to those who showed it to you. I'm not your enemy. Don't show me charitability. I don't give a fuck. I don't need your charitability. I didn't ask anyone for any charitability. If something comes up, I speak for myself. And if other people agree with me, that's great. They, you know, I welcome people that agree with me, that want to express that and show support. But I do not need you to do that for me. And I did not ask for you to do that to me.
And it shouldn't come with a price.
Yeah, the price that I never even asked. Yeah, exactly. But again, these people are framing it like they put their neck out for me. You said it because you agreed, okay? Let's be real. You're not a saint, okay? Stop. Can I hit that boba? I don't care.
You don't care if I'm sick?
She said, I need to hit
I have a runny nose. Probably got it from the boys or something.
I said no to the boba order because I'm on that skinny game.
Yes.
And I don't like boba, but it is very refreshing right now.
Okay.
Dipshit.
It's good.
I'm talking a lot.
Isn't it good?
I don't think it's worth that calories.
Okay.
This is like 400 calories. You know, I want to eat food because I'm hungry.
Good job.
Thank you.
Dipshit.
Being skinny ain't easy, but it's necessary.
Ethan's doing it though. Making decisions.
Choices. Want to be fat? Nope.
Nope.
Want to be skinny? Yup. Want to eat boba? Nope.
Nope. Yep.
Want to eat dinner? Yup. Are you a winner?
Nope.
Loser?
We lost it. Yeah. Loser? Yeah. Sorry, you Fody. I responded to Catfull's. She goes, a new tweet. She says, hey, you didn't address anything I said. I'm not pro lolicon. And if I thought Vosh was, I wouldn't defend him. Can you please have a discussion about this instead of putting me on blast to your 2 million Instagram followers and pedo-jacketing me? You morons. You started talking about me publicly. And like,
my God.
By the way, if I want to put you on blast, an Instagram story is really not what I would consider a blast. This is more like putting you on blast. Yeah.
But you're tweeting about it, so he's replying.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
What are you doing? You're a public figure calling out another public figure. You go, no. Shut up.
And also, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
You go ahead.
I was going to say, and also, as she keeps mentioning, she's been on the show, so people are going to bring it up, obviously, so you have to acknowledge it. You don't have to, but it's good that you did.
I was going to say that there's like, what was it? You didn't address anything I said. What have you said? You're just saying that Ethan has been doing stuff in bad faith.
Well, here,
all you have said.
That's it, and I take things out of context. I'm like, this is so dumb.
But have you watched the segment?
I don't think so. I mean, here's what I responded to her. I said, you said I took clips out of context. The entire conversation revolved around showing the full context of everything so that people couldn't say I took things out of context, and you still said it. So, like, what are we talking about exactly? I said, remember that you chose to die on Lolly Hill.
Indeed.
Let's do a seance for our fallen comrades. The Communist Party lost some good ones. I don't know. I don't think Keppel's is a commie. Vosh is for sure. Tipster? I don't know his political. I don't think he's a commie. Can I hit that again?
You can keep it.
Oh, fuck.
Believes in having a good time.
Half, I'm good.
Dipshit. As good as I imagine. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to keep it clean today. Yeah, so there was so much. I said I also offered Vosh to come on the show and explain to me and my audience how what I said was out of context. He declined. Also, what the fuck is pedo jacketing? Why do you guys have such weird ass expressions for everything? And how often are you being accused of being a pedo that you need a nickname for it? If the jacket fits, you must not acquit. And then here, this is, again, not a real photograph. Cam sent it. And this is not real. He is not actually wearing this. But is this a pedo jacket? I don't know. Because I mean, this...
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
Legitimate
fair question.
Is there actually, like, some legitimate meaning to pedo jacketing? It sounds so fucking dumb.
Return to base. I looked a little bit earlier. I didn't see anything. I mean, I'll look further into it, but I'm not seeing anything.
So I don't get it at all. I don't know if I'm missing something.
You're putting the pedo jacket on them, which is, frankly, analogy I've never heard. Don't put that jacket on me. You guys have made that up. Don't put that jacket on me.
Jacket off.
Somebody on the subreddit said, I'm telling Ethan right now, with all the peace and love, do not debate Vosh. Trust me, there's nothing to be gained. These accusations have been around forever, and this man is not a serious person. Debating him will only give him credibility, even if it's just a small amount. By all means, mock him all you want, but I can promise you this. If you platform this man, he will not come to talk to you in good faith, and he and his fans will not go away quietly. Please, Ethan, do yourself a favor and cut him off. Well, I appreciate your concern, but I was emphatically open to having him on. It's only fair, I thought. You know, the man should be able to come speak for himself, speak to my audience, speak to me, and defend himself. I said, you don't have to worry because I already invited him on, and he said no. He doesn't trust me to be good faith and not lie about him. This is stuff he told me in DMs. Isn't that the whole point of debate, to directly oppose my position? He responded by inviting me to call into his show, which I immediately accepted, and he changed his mind on that too. Wait, so Ethan accepted being on Vosh's show, and then Vosh said, actually, no, I rescind my original invitation. 1, I offered him to be on our show. He said no because you will lie about me. 2, he then said, you can come on my show if you want to talk about it. He claims I'm only doing this for views and that our live from Friday had huge numbers. In actuality, we had a very typical amount of views. Sorry. Today, it's good. Today, I would say it's above average. 55,000.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a horse cock size of a viewership, dude.
Boy, I'll tell you, that's true, man. The stable be full today, boys.
Woo! It's the hay. We should keep it.
The hay really brings the room together.
Yeah,
I'm glad it was worth the hassle. It was so heavy. Me, Dan, and Zach had to bring it upstairs.
Oh my God.
It was only, what was it, $20 for a bale of hay?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was quite, how much hay does like a horse eat in a day, or a cow? You know? Like, what would it cost to feed a farm animal?
Probably a lot.
And how is it they all eat hay?
Right.
Like, they all were like, let's just fuck with hay forever.
Well, it's grass.
15 to 20 pounds of hay per day, the average 1,000-pound horse.
And how much is this way, you think?
I don't know. What did you say, guys? Hey! Maybe.
Just a few days of food with the sound of it. It's a good deal.
We don't let shit like that slide. Hey, fellas!
These boba are chewy.
Fellas.
I immediately accepted, asked him what's the difference. A question he did not answer. He said, you won't ever believe that I'm not knowingly lying on purpose, he says. He says, and so, you know, I have the DMs. They're here in the doc if anyone wants to see them. And the reason I say that is because he started responding to me, calling me a snake and a liar and shit. I said, more than happy to share DMs if he's okay. There's so much. After all the good takes, you had to do this. Condemn lolly porn. We must draw the line somewhere. Okay, so now here's Vosh in his Discord responding. He says, there will be no debate. All of this has been discussed before at length. Talked to Ethan in DMs, and he came across insanely snakish, like a cartoon.
Sorry, what?
I don't know.
What are you talking
Snake
about?
like a cartoon?
Yeah. Is that a Jew joke? See that? I'm just kidding. But that's it. That's what he did. That's what he did to me. Although I do have a bonus section on Vosh anti-Semitism. I do.
Oh, damn.
But I'm kidding. I don't think he's doing a Jew thing. Literally any direct engagement with him or anyone else right now will be interpreted disingenuous, like I'm digging myself in deeper no matter what I say. The streams will continue, the politics will continue, and like every other wave of disingenuous drama, the truth will be apparent to people who chill out for a second and consume literally any of my content. You know, and I understand what you're doing. You're talking to your audience who you don't want to look into this very, very deeply and just continue to take your word for it that it's all taken out of context and it's bad faith and it's snaky.
Insanely snakish.
This was, if Vosh's subreddit was having a good one, they said Vosh should legitimately sue Ethan for slander. Someone says, as nice as that would be, I doubt there's enough case. To have a case. No, there is. The amount of slander and false accusations are more than enough for a solid lawsuit. I said, I'm begging you, please. I'll even crowdfund for you to sue me. Let's do it. And I'm being dead serious. I would be fucking over the moon if you sued me. Please, bro.
Yeah.
Let's do discovery on that hard drive, fella.
Exactly.
Changing mags.
Let's see what's below the top of that there.
Let's see taxes 2014.
That's right. That's right. That's what I said here. This was another meme on Vosh's subreddit. These people are not funny. This is the moronic. Look at
I
this.
have to say, the whole thing is really lacking humor between him and the reaction of his community. Everything started because there was something really funny happened.
The horse stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The horse stuff is funny.
His reaction was funny. Oh!
and it was new. It was new. So there's a conspiracy theory that Dan is somehow the mastermind behind this whole thing. So, and we'll get to that. But here's the meme. Meanwhile, at H3 Studios, Dan is Worm Tongue, and I'm like the king of Rohan or whatever.
Theoden, yes. I am not Worm Tongue in this situation. I'm not even in Rohan.
Here's you
Tom fucking Bombadil, dude. Leave me out of this.
They disagree, bro. Very wise, my liege. And while you're at it, call that one a pedo too, and that one, and that one.
I thought this was so funny because it makes it so funny because it's not ironic. They're like, this is what's happening.
Also, I'll say this. I love that they put it like an X over the horse, like that's why we're doing it. We just hate horses. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I definitely don't love horses as much as you do. That's for sure. I don't know if that makes me a horse hater. This man is an anti-horsite. Horses need love too, buddy.
Cheers, my horse.
So,
Keto.
here's Tipster. He actually filmed a video, and he's very mad.
Oh, no.
He's very mad. Go ahead, Tip.
Yeah.
I don't believe that that's what he meant, even.
The argument is just like so flimsy because he then has to say that not the act of making the child porn is immoral, but like you have to at a certain point say that simply child porn, if there isn't a victim, is moral. Like
no, you don't have to say that because that's not what he's saying at all.
I hate to break it to you, buddy, but I don't know if you've thought this through enough.
Well, he's playing Donkey Kong. How can you think when you're playing Donkey Kong?
That's a challenging game.
People are fucking brain dead. Like, I listen to this and I just hate people. I hate people like this.
I fucking hate everyone.
I legitimately hate
Olivia,
all these.
By the way, you are right.
Thank you.
You're absolutely right.
Thank you.
And Tip, how dare you?
Literally.
Check yourself, buddy.
I gotta say, I was watching some of this. He is really fucking good at Donkey Kong Country. Like, this is a hard ass level. Just no problem.
It ain't that hard.
This is a hard level, Dan.
No, it ain't.
This level is hard.
No way.
Okay.
AB would know.
I crush this, dude. Crush it.
I'm with you, AB. You would know.
I know my Donkey Kong.
He's a gamer, though. You could tell by looking at him.
Yeah.
Didn't he just lose? He had a frog. He just lost the frog.
His background. That's a gamer background.
Wait, what's the frog thing?
Back up the video.
Oh.
Roll the tape.
You can get little friends to help you, little animals.
Saying at all.
Look, he's riding.
These people are fucking brain dead. Like, I listen to
you're
this
gonna
and
call us
I
brain
just hate
dead, and
people.
you're
I
gonna
hate
fucking
people.
sit there and lose your frog, idiot.
Watch this shit.
Dude, idiot.
Moron.
Bad
It goes down.
distracted.
You telling me he's good at this? What are you talking
First of
about?
all, he finishes his level without dying. One. And also,
He lost the
Wait, is it possible he did that on purpose?
It is.
Because it was faster?
I was thinking that for a second, but I think he was just annoyed at the clip.
Why did you laugh when I said he looks like a gamer, Rob?
Yeah, I don't know. I assume you were.
I said he looks like he'd be really good at Donkey Kong.
I assume you were talking about his background, of course. Like he has
tons of video game stuff.
Totally.
Of course.
I wonder if he's ever had a gamer moment.
Sometimes I wonder if the people who do this kind of videos are really playing the game, or are they just using footage?
A lot of people don't.
Right.
That's actually been a controversy I've seen, where they'll steal other people's gameplay, put it in, and it becomes like a whole thing.
PlayStation did that.
Oh, I thought he was above that.
What the frick?
There's on the internet that literally just make these stupid fucking arguments, like
Look,
for
you didn't get
internet
the K.
asspats. That's literally what this is. They're gonna
Nobody will
take,
ever
like,
explain why it's wrong. They'll never get into the actual
You guys
meat
are
and
so
potatoes
stupid,
of
you
the
just
argument.
don't get it.
It's just bad faith. Okay.
But I'm not gonna explain it.
Nobody in this whole thing, Keppel, Tipster, or Bosch, has ever told me what I lied about and what I'm wrong about, other than just to speak kind of like abstractly about it being bad faith.
You're too dumb to understand.
I'm taking fire!
dipshit.
I just don't understand how would Keppels or Tipster defend the clip where he's saying that in not this society, but in another, a sexual relationship between a child and adult could be beneficial to the child? Like, I want to know how they think that's defendable.
That's what I'd like to ask them too, if they would call in.
Yeah, I'm still waiting. I checked. There's nothing in the inbox yet.
I have a feeling they won't be reaching out.
I have that feeling as well.
However,
something that unfortunately you'll probably never get to experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
These stupid fucking out of context clips and make the obvious response to what these clips suggest just so they can get internet asspats and Twitter likes and fucking views on YouTube and shit like that.
Dude, bro, you listened to him say that sexual relationship with a child could be beneficial to the child, and you took the obvious reaction.
What's an internet asspat?
Like, good job, buddy, like on the field.
But why not ask?
Yeah, why not a pat on the back?
Yeah,
Like, why,
it's a pat on the back.
Because to them it's a sport, you know what I mean?
oh, Chipster slapped me on the ass.
Is that virtual essay?
He might, yeah.
Don't touch me.
That's literally what this is. Let me take a jab at someone that I dislike on the internet.
I don't
and make
dislike
statements.
Mosh. That's where you guys are wrong. I said during the video that none of you guys clearly watched. I like Bosch. I think he's funny. I think he's a good speaker.
Funny?
Actually, no, not funny, but
Not funny.
I think he's smart and a good speaker. And some of his videos I've enjoyed watching. That being said, so no, I don't have a vendetta against him, and I liked him before all this shit started to transpire.
It's about them.
I mean, find me saying one mean thing about Bosch before this. Give me a break. You guys are just doing you're on autopilot. It's so embarrassing.
Fucking true, just so I can make a quick buck on the internet. As somebody who is friends with an artist who draws goblin porn, the funny thing is I knew exactly what Bosch was talking about because his descriptor for goblin porn is exactly the way
That is so funny.
Hipster knows about the goblin porn.
Okay,
we haven't watched
We haven't watched it yet, but when I was hearing it, I was like, what is goblin porn?
You and everyone.
Everyone in this
I'm
room had the
obsessed.
same reaction.
I'm obsessed.
Actually, can you look up what does a goblin in goblin porn look like? Because I'm curious.
I mean, he described it.
I never looked
Spoilers,
it up.
dude. He describes it in great detail. I don't want to spoil anything about that clip. That's the new greatest clip ever.
Bosch doing PR.
Yeah.
There's there's so much. I'm telling you, this is insane.
We gotta.
she draws her art. Shout out to Rump and Dump.
Fucking simp.
I don't know if you realize how optically bad what you just said looks. This looks.
Dude, you are literally defending animated CP at this moment and talking to me about optics. Holy shit.
It's fucking terrible.
Wow. Well, listen, if criticizing CP makes me look terrible, then I'll be Darth Vader. I don't fucking, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'll take that. I'll take that tough route. You're gonna have a hard time uphill with that argument, buddy.
Keto.
So again, I found this clip with like all the oh shit, it doesn't work. This one here, I think it's because it's
the Twitter thing, maybe.
I think it's because it's like marked as mature. Does it open for you guys? You see it in the
There's the clip. Go look for the clip.
I see where you're at.
Yeah, I can skip it though. It's not really material. Here's everything he said about me on Discord and Twitter over on Friday and beyond. Yo, H3 wants to talk. That's totally cool, but you'll have to wait because I'm getting a haircut. What happened?
So that was as we were finishing the show.
Yeah, he knew what I was saying.
Ted.
The haircut is done, but I'm still not going on, he said. This is what I get for being into... What is MWIII? I didn't know what that meant.
What? MWIII? You're talking about Zelda MWIII?
Oh, okay. I don't know. It's definitely some weird fetish thing, I think, the way he's talking about it. This is what I get for being into MWIII growing up. My mind was more charitable to the chubby, short stack archetype.
Oh, it is. I think it is talking about MWIII then.
What?
Because MWIII is short.
What is it talking about?
Can you pull a picture of MWIII, please?
Yeah, sure. This ain't helping your cause here, brother.
Let me see. There she is. Princess
No
MWIII.
way. You guys are not fantasizing over her. That's a child. This is Lolly, because she's probably meant to be super old, but look, that's like a baby.
So she's older. She's like a queen, but then she's turned to this creature.
You think this is hot? Okay. Say no more.
All right then.
Again, listen. You could think that MWIII's hot.
That's what he gets for it.
But again, in the context of everything, we do not like this infatuation with MWIII.
It's all compounding.
Yes, compounding interest.
Yeah.
But one thing I do get really bothered by is the persistent implication that all of these maliciously cut clips are deep secrets. They're unearthed or not, like discussed to the death of my channel. I've made videos addressing them multiple times. It comes up in debate. Again, this is one of their go-to defenses. It's totally untrue. I never insinuated that. And even if it was true, it doesn't change anything, man. We didn't know about it. Just because you've talked about it doesn't mean that everybody watches your channel. I mean, give me a break.
You know what's interesting? MWIII is really interesting. I'm sorry, before we move on, because that kind of gives him an out, being that MWIII is actually older, but she's this creature for 99% of the game. You only see her real form at the end. So it is interesting that he's...
That's interesting. I wish somebody had mentioned that. That'd be really insightful.
No, I know we talked about her actually being older. I'm just saying that as a psychological standpoint, like looking at MWIII, that's a good character to use as an excuse to publicly be like, oh, she's hot because she's actually older.
Well, that's what the lolicon loophole is.
Right.
They all use that.
And it says she's speculated to be over 18. Very convenient. Very convenient.
Speculated to be over 18.
There's no way.
It says on this comic book resources. However, it's speculated that she's over 18 and likely in her mid-20s.
Okay.
Oh, she's not ancient.
So hold on. This seems to be official. I guess she does have an adult version. So perhaps.
So which one is it? Well, hold on. No, he said
about?
short stack.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
That's not a
MWIII that's
short
with
stack.
Link in the whole game is the first one we looked at.
Yeah, he was
then
good.
at the very end, you reveal her true form, which is this.
She turns.
He's like, go back.
Okay.
Go back to the child one.
Oh.
You were way hotter before.
R. Kelly, please.
I cannot believe.
Yeah, that's one of the tropes that they say all the time. That's how they get a loophole. They go, oh yeah, no, she's a 9,000-year-old demigod that looks like she's 8.
Also, in her final form, she is so hot. It's like crazy.
He wants nothing to do with that.
I know. That's
like
really
this.
insane to me. He wants that. He wants a little.
Which way, Western man?
Right. It actually seems to be more when she's in her tiny figure. She's younger, according to
for
this.
sure.
Her eyes have more sparkles. They're much bigger. Yeah.
This
She has
is-
a child.
says Midnight Pierce as an imp-like creature, but her actual form is humanoid. In her second age form, Midnight's 10 years old and wears a black robe. I don't know exactly. I don't know the lore, so I don't know how this
That looks
fits
like
in.
it looks like a child version of her.
Yeah.
And that's the one, for the record, Bosch wants to fuck.
Right. I don't know how accurate that is. But
He didn't specify.
This is, no, hold on. He says, this is what I get for being into Midna growing up. My mind was more charitable to the chubby, short-stack archetype.
Oh, he's totally talking about the...
Yeah, he's talking about the lolly picture.
Right. No,
Yeah, he wanted to fuck Midna.
Doesn't that fall under it's the lolly and is it some form of bestiality too?
Why?
Because of the horse, like it's not human. Like I feel like it's more animal.
Well, it's a humanoid.
Humanoid.
Yeah, it's a humanoid. Yeah, I wouldn't put the bestiality on him. If it can speak, if you can talk to it, then I think you're good.
Okay.
Also interesting, I just remembered Link is a wolf in that game. That's the one where he's a wolf the whole time. And Short Midna rides him. Short Midna rides him in that game.
Got that stallion energy.
By the way, one thing you'll notice while looking through all this, his Discord. Sorry, I just put 3 bubbles in my mouth. I feel like a horse chewing up carrot.
Take it away.
I have a question actually while you're chewing. Is anybody hungry?
I'm fucking starving, dude.
Okay.
What would be like the appropriate meal for this though?
Hey, Happy Meals.
Hay? We have hay.
Get out of here, AB.
That's fucked, AB. I'll take one.
I kind of would.
A Happy Meal? It's not it. You want McDonald's?
I don't want to do that to you.
Yeah,
You're doing so good.
Yeah, don't do that to me.
Let's eat healthy.
I mean, we don't have to eat healthy, but McDonald's is...
It's trash.
Cowboy ribeye.
It's just crazy how, like, it doesn't fill you into so many calories. It makes you feel like shit.
What would you like?
Can you guys talk about it in Discord and I'll keep going? Sure.
Okay.
The one thing, because I'll eat anything, I don't care. The one thing I noticed going through all this receipts and stuff, his Discord is the people on there are like all degenerates, and they have these kinds of conversations there all the time, and there's so much conversation spearheaded by Bosch about sex, sexuality, and all this kind of kink stuff. He's interacting with his audience for sexual gratification, it seems like. I mean, that's an assumption, although he has done that before with this girl Lolly, which I'll get into. Wait, no, not Lolly.
Poppy.
Oh yeah, I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. Whoops. Her name was Poppy. So that's already alarming by itself. There's so many different facets of this that are just giant red flags, man. He continues after saying he wanted to fuck baby Midna. One thing I do really get bothered by is the... Oh, I already read that one. Yeah. People did horse emojis on this, by the way. 13 horse emojis on this comment. I don't know if that's significant. Like, imagine if I did a 2-hour stream where me and a group of people all mockingly reacted to clips and images of Ethan that make him look terrible and are probably cut together by people who fucking hate him. Do it. I mean, people would probably say, why are you doing this? But do it, and then I'll respond by saying, you know what? All that stuff that they showed was really fucked up, and you know, I have nothing to say in my defense other than that I'm constantly maturing and growing and trying to do better, you know? So, like, it's not the same. It says, then I and everyone pretend we've done some deep dive and unveiled secrets he wants to keep hidden from the world. Bro, that part is so stupid. Who gives a fuck if it's a secret or not? People haven't seen it. People haven't seen it. People do that to me on a weekly basis. I really don't give a fuck. I mean, it's embarrassing. I don't like talking about it because it's embarrassing and it makes me feel bad, but, like, I'm always... That's my policy on this stuff, is that I'm always going to confront this stuff head on and talk about it as many times as people want to hear me talk about it, because I was wrong. You know what I mean? There's no hiding from that. But he wants to talk about chubby short stacks. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know what the fuck he's on about. Go do a 2-hour live stream of mocking all the dumb things I'm saying. I really don't care. You know what I mean? Also, like, you're saying that kids and adults can have sex and it be meaningful for the kids. Like, dude, stop it. We're not saying the same things.
So embarrassing.
He says, I doubt I'll ever understand why Ethan turncoated like this. Bitch, I don't know you.
What are all these coats and jackets?
Yeah. Seriously, what is this, Men's Warehouse?
Wait, what is that now?
A turncoat means that you switch sides.
Trader.
Yeah.
Yeah, calling you a traitor.
I got no coat. I don't own coats. I don't own jackets. I don't own coats. I'm a t-shirt guy.
You're going to like the way your horse looks. I guarantee it.
Saddle up. Men's Warehouse. Ethan reaching out, asking to have me on. The vibes are insanely bad. Extremely obvious this is just content to him. Incredibly snakish. I'm going to see if I can get him on to talk on my stream without him being live, so he's not able to just make a second round of content of me lying. Bro, are you dumb? That's the same shit. What does it matter? I'll call into your show. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. I'm going to talk to you on your show. We'll have the same conversation. It's a live show. What is this logic?
The mission is complete. Good work.
Very clear, good faith was never a consideration, so it wouldn't be if I came on either. Is every conversation that Vosh has had, like, I need you to enter this conversation in good faith or I'm leaving? I'm pretty sure that, like, entering a conversation with the expectation that you're going to have conflict with the person or that they're somehow out to get you is commonplace in Vosh's world of debate. The fact that he's trying to make it seem like this is an outlier in the world of debate is a total fucking fraud. You know what I mean? Dude, the issue is simple. If I'm lying, you, as a master debater, ultimate philosophical intellect, should be child's play. And I don't mean that, and no pun is intended on that. I should never bring that up in this context of this, but it should be Midna's play, let's say that, to disarm me.
Especially if he thinks that we just got it wrong.
Yeah.
You know?
He says, this is the issue. There's no winning if it's just half a dozen people jeering at you and calling you a pedo. You can't debate your way out of a well poisoned by 2 hours of character assassination. Okay. Well, I mean, he's not wrong. I do think it would be a disaster if you called in. I do. But, like, you're the debate guy. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm just some dumb idiot.
Okay.
So, like, yeah. And he's doing this, I didn't think it was bad faith. I'm just curious to have you on to know why routine. Okay, well, you act like I can manipulate you into coming and talking on my show. You're the debate guy. That's your whole thing. So many people warned me he was a snake. Hold on. Who told you that? Was it Keffels and Tipster? Because I thought they were disappointed in me that I was such a great guy. Other than that, I don't know a single person that knows the two of us, and that's being generous that those two know me. So many people warned me he was a snake. Bro, so many people warned me you're a pedo. I'd rather be a snake than a pedo. All right, and I mean that he consumes cartoon CP, not that he is a pedo, although that would insinuate. Yeah. Because a pedo is someone who's attracted to kids, right? Not. It doesn't mean that they've undertaken the act of harming a child. Oh, fuck, are we getting Taco Bell?
Yes.
Yo.
Do you want to...
Lena, is that my order?
Yeah, that's what you've done before.
That's pretty interesting. Lena said Taco Supreme and Nacho Bel Grande.
Remember what happened last time, dude? You didn't like the... You wish you got the soft taco.
No, I didn't.
No?
I never thought... Oh, because it's soggy.
Because they were all soggy. You remember?
I just don't like the flour.
Yeah.
Tortilla.
I mean, I don't either, honestly, but I've been kind of tired of the hard tacos being soft.
Dude, that Nacho Bel Grande, I think last time I had that, I like nearly shit my whole life out, my soul and life out.
So maybe
but I'll get it again.
Get a burrito.
But it tastes good.
It's me and Dan sent something in chat.
Ooh.
He's whispering to you again.
We have a new technique.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I want a Nacho Bel Grande with extra fucking beef.